From LALATE News Headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big morning of Mornings LA with incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. In this recording, we go over that fourth stimulus check, which is the single biggest payout you've ever seen in the history of this channel. The fourth stimulus check starts to pay in the month of July. In this update, we go over how much you're going to get, when you're going to get it, and what's going on in that two-step, two-bill, two-month process that's currently underway. Then we cut to fifth stimulus and why fifth stimulus is heating up. That is the incredible SSI and SSDI reform, also including veterans benefits and survivor benefits reform, where love will conquer over everything and the marriage penalty will be gone. Then we go over the incredible news breaking minutes ago that impacts your fourth stimulus and the thousands of dollars that are landing in your bank account, in your mailbox, and in your hand today and this week. It's an incredible day with incredible news. I'm excited for you on this fourth stimulus check major update today, starting right now. Good morning, everybody. This is Mornings LA with incredible big news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021 today. In this recording, we are going over that fourth stimulus check, how much you're going to get it, when you're going to get it, what's going on, why there was a series of major financial news that broke minutes ago, the CPI and the PPI, with inflationary worries going through the roof, Wall Street crashing yesterday. What does that mean for your fourth stimulus package versus your fourth stimulus check? You'll hear all the breaking details in this recording happening minutes ago. Then we turn in the second half of the recording to fifth stimulus, which will provide the incredible relief if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, and survivor benefits. The incredible lifting of your benefits lifetime. We'll have all those details in this recording. And in the middle of the recording, we'll go over the big money, thousands of dollars that are landing in your bank account. Thousands of dollars automatic and thousands of dollars you got to do something, and that deadline is just a few days away from you. I'm going to go over the deadline and what you need to do. But first, what you got to do is subscribe. Hit that subscribe button because I want you part of this family. This is LALATE, the only 24 hours a day, 7 days a week financial news channel, recording live in the morning, taped in the afternoon, from Wall Street to Main Street, from crypto to stimulus. Everything you need to know is covered on this channel. Also like this video, 3,000 likes, let's do it. And consider becoming a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Let's get right to the breaking news. The breaking news is that fourth stimulus is heating up, and there's a proposal from both the House and the Senate that are slightly different. So let's compare and contrast. Get into the live chat if you're there shortly after 9:30 Pacific Standard Time, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, because we're going to compare and contrast. The House plan provides stimulus checks for a longer duration, but is the amount the same as the Senate plan? We're going to compare and contrast. First, let's look at the number of months. The House plan would provide you a stimulus check for the remainder of the pandemic plus 1 year. So let's say there's 4 more months left of this pandemic. You would get 4 months of stimulus checks and then 1 year of checks thereafter. The Senate plan, however, is July to December, so a lot less checks. And then let's compare the amount of the checks. Don't vote yet, House or Senate, don't vote yet, because now we need to see the amount of the monthly stimulus checks. The House proposal provides $2,000 the first month, $1,000 every month thereafter, whereas the Senate plan is unknown, but word on the street is it's this. Word on the street is the senators want to pay you $2,000 a month over 6 months. Wow, wow, wow. Or $1,400 a month over 6 months, $8,400. So now you see, senators want to pay you a lot more money short term. House members want to pay you more money long term. Which one you like? House or Senate? House or Senate? Drop in the live chat and also in the comments of this video right now. But first, let me give you all the rest of the details. So when would you get this? In the month of July, for the month of July. Remember, I'm a reporter. I'm not a legislator, so I run their representations. I don't vote on the bill. These are their representations, not mine. Vote on the bill. A two-step, 2-month bill process. It's already currently underway in a reconciliation, those subcommittees. And the vote would be in July, with the first check coming to you in July, for August. Is this income? No. Is it taxable? No. Would it be taken out for child support? We don't know just yet. Would the same amount of stimulus check be the same for adult dependents as for minor children, as for everyone else? Yes. Incredible, great news. And who gets it? You do. So if you got the third stimulus check, you would get the fourth stimulus check. If you make less than $75,000, you get the fourth stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 or less, you get the stimulus checks. Double them. If a family of 4, household of 4, you get the 4 stimulus checks, quadruple them. And if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or railroad benefits, you get the 4 stimulus checks. There you go. A 2-bill, 2-month, 2-step process for stimulus. That is your 4 stimulus check update of 2021. But guess what? I have breaking financial news that impacts your 4th stimulus, and it's coming up later in this recording, so stay with me. This is a 30-minute jam-packed recording, so I want you to stay with me to the very end, because I literally have thousands of dollars for money for you at every minute of this recording. I want to give you a preview of what's coming up in the second half of the recording, and it's 5th stimulus. 5th stimulus is the incredible SSI reform, and how does that work? Let's go over it briefly as a preview. SSI and SSDI reform will be in the 5th stimulus, which will be September. Again, a 2-bill, 2-month, 2-step process, just like 4 stimulus, just a different part of the year. And it says stimulus checks, it's reform. For who? For you. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, survivor benefits, they would lift your benefits up to a big, new, bold number. What is that number and how does it work? I have all those details on 5th stimulus at the second half of this recording. But now let's go to the incredible great news about all this money landing directly in your hands this week and today. Thousands of dollars. And in this recording, I'm going to go over some items that are donut items, meaning you don't have to do anything, it's automatic, and some items that are tough love, because there's a deadline looming, and if you don't do what I got to tell you to do, you're not getting the money. All right, let's go over the first item. Donut item. Glaze or chocolate? All right, first item is a donut item. Thousands of dollars are coming back to you this day, and where? From the states in which you live. What's at issue? The federal government, Marty Walsh, Department of Labor, has ordered states to return thousands of dollars to you, which you previously returned to them. What's this money? Let me give you the details. During the scope of the last year, some states overpaid you unemployment benefits because of a computer malfeasance, not your error, their computers. And they overpaid you and then told you return the money back to them. Well, the incredible great news is that the Department of Labor, the federal government, has ordered states, your states, to return that money back to you immediately that you had previously returned to them. So watch for a deposit in your account from the state in which you live, from the way in which you normally receive your benefits, of that repayment money in the next few days and weeks. Incredible great news. Second donut moment, oh, we love the donut moments, is a check is landing in your bank account and mailbox as early as today. Congratulations. So there's 2 phases of donuts. Number 1, individuals who file their own tax returns, means single filers, and then married couple or joint filers, your phase 2, your next week. But you're both getting money the same way. How much money? It's thousands of dollars. Who's it coming from? It's coming from the federal government. How are you going to get it? 2 different ways. Either an envelope in the mail, beige or white envelope with a base check in there from Department of Treasury or IRS with a note on the bottom that says tax refund, or in your direct deposit account, which they have on file because your most recent tax return. How much money are you getting? You're getting a lot of money. All the taxes you paid on your unemployment benefits from 2020 up to $10,200 that you paid taxes on. All right, let me give you an example of what's going on. So this is for people who are single filers who filed a tax return for 2020 and paid taxes on their unemployment benefits to the federal government. The federal government is returning that money today. Incredible great news. So let me explain to you an example of how much money you would get. Let's say your total unemployment benefits was $9,000 last year. You filed a 2020 tax return. Your total tax bill to the IRS was $5,000, of which $4,000 was your tax burden for unemployment benefits. The IRS is returning you $4,000. Congratulations. All right, now we get to tough love moment number 1. If you took out for unemployment took out weekly for federal taxes from your unemployment benefits in 2020, you have to file a tax return to request that money back from IRS. And that tax return is due Monday. Here's the example. Let's say each week you received unemployment benefits in 2020 and took out $100 a week for federal taxes. Well, guess what? Over all that 10 weeks, you need to now recoup that money back from IRS. So you need to file a 2020 tax return with IRS to recover back that money that you took out for federal taxes. All right, tough love moment number 2. This incredible money, and it's absolutely incredible money. Starting in the month of July, parents of 17 to newborns are getting a fortune of money. If you have a child that is 5 to newborn, you're going to get $3,600 paid per month starting the month of July, which is $300 a month. Or if the child is 17 to 6, you're going to get $3,000 a month paid per month starting the month of July, which is $250 a month. If 2 events have occurred, number 1, you make less than $75,000, and number 2, IRS knows that child exists. Here's the problem. If IRS does not know the child exists, when July comes, you are getting categorically 100% a flat 0. So this is a major tough love moment. Let's say you're a mom of a 5, 4, and 3-year-old, which IRS does not know about. When July comes around, if you do not follow my advice that is of what you need to do between now and Monday, you're getting 0. Don't make that mistake. So tough love moment number 1 on this. You never file tax returns. IRS never knows about the children at all, does not know their existence. You have to file a tax return. Your tax return is due Monday. This is your federal tax return. You have to file that federal tax return listing those children now to get payment in July. Otherwise, you will not get paid in the month of July. Number 2, you're a parent and you have filed tax returns every single year, but you've not listed that child for whatever reasons. Maybe the child was on someone else's tax return. Maybe the child was newly born. So you have to file that tax return because that 2020 tax return listing that child. Because when IRS goes to pay in July, it won't know that child exists because you have never alerted that child is with you. And finally, the rarest circumstance is when an individual has filed all prior tax returns, filed a 2019 tax return, listed their child, but had a really prosperous 2019 year. And that prosperous 2019 year disqualifies them from the money for the children now. But ironically, 2020 was COVID year. You didn't make any money last year and are eligible for this money for the children. Guess what? You have to file the 2020 tax return with that child because IRS will go off the most recent tax return, the 2019, where you don't qualify for this money and won't be paying you $1. And there you are. Now, the final big tough love moment is the most obvious. If you're missing a first stimulus check, second stimulus check, third stimulus check, or member of the household stimulus check, you need to file that tax return requesting it, and that tax return is due on Monday. So now as you see in a series of tough love moments where you say, wait a second, I have to fix this. That's why I said to have that pen and paper ready, because I want you to make notes of what you need to tell the tax preparer. The child, my federal thing back, also this one and that one, my missing stimulus check for my mother. You need to make all those items listed and give them to the tax preparer and get that tax return on file. It's due Monday. Now, here's the major tough love moment. I'm really excited for you. I'm so excited you're watching this video today. Why? Because the deadline has not yet passed. It's not till Monday. But here's what I'm deeply worried about, and I 100% predict this is going to happen. There are going to be people who are watching other YouTubers who have no idea what they're saying and are telling people to do nothing, sit back, and hold their donut. And when July comes around, they're going to wonder, wait a second, where is my $10,000 for my 5, 4, and 3-year-old? The YouTuber will have told them to have done nothing in the month of May, and then come July, they get a flat 0. They come over here and they say, what can I do now? My answer is you can't do anything now. It had to have been done in May. So understand, you, with this tough love moment, have an important understanding across the board. You personally may have never had to require to file tax returns because you don't make enough money. Or you're on SSI and SSDI. You never had to file tax return. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about here is that these stimulus items categorically 100% triple X underline 3 exclamation points require you to file a tax return if IRS doesn't know these people exist, if you need to fix these things. That is the only way to do it, and you have to do it right away. Which brings me to the other incredible great news. That is such great news for viewers of this channel. Upwards of $5,000 to $25,000 of money is available for you right now, and this was the big money we were waiting for as Purple Hawks. In January, the expression of this channel, Purple Hawks, was birthed by me when I referred to how you have to pounce as soon as money comes available. You can't let it go away because people grab it before you. It's what I also called a stimulus stampede. People stampede for stimulus. Well, guess what? $350 billion of money is landing in your city, counties, and states this week, last week, and next week, and you have to pounce, Purple Hawks. Hawk, hawk, because the money is going to be gone. What is this money? Get that pen and paper ready. I got a lot of it for you right now. First, rent. Rent is now available in your city, county, and state. It's generally 4 to 6 months of rent, about $5,000. And then there's utilities, which is usually about a couple $1,000s. There's mortgage assistance, and there's also homeowners' utility bills. So where do you reach out to? Get that pen and paper ready. Also, if I talk too fast, you can replay the bottom of the video after it's archived on the channel. Just replay it back to that spot. All right, those 6 places where you get the money are City Hall, City Housing Authority. County Hall, County Housing Authority. State Hall, State Housing Authority. I'll say it again. City Hall, City Housing Authority. County Hall, County Housing Authority. State Hall, State Housing Authority. That money landed last week, is landing this week, and landing next week. This is third stimulus. It's not second stimulus. And if you get a no at one stop, don't stop at one of those 6 places. Don't stop. Go to the next one. Next, SNAP. SNAP is incredible great news. And a family of 4 out of Hawaii is now getting upwards of $16,000 a year because of SNAP. SNAP is money for food. How do you get it? Reach out to Department of Agriculture. Department of Agriculture. DOA. Also call 211 to reach Department of Agriculture and get on SNAP. If you make less than $75,000, approximately, if you're on SSI or SSDI, you can get it. Imagine how good we're doing. We're 16 minutes into the video, and I've already gotten you $16,000 for SNAP, $5,000 for rent, $20,000. We're doing really well, and we're not even done here. We're not even done here. But guess what? If you have problems finding that rent, that utilities, or that food, reach out to the community page. The community page is in the description to this video. It's news.lalate.com/community. It has a series of pictures of some cats at the top of the page. It's in the description of this video and also in the pinned comment. Because if you're having problems finding the rent, food, and utilities, they can help you. They cannot provide you tax advice. Only a tax preparer can provide that advice for you. And I'll be back in 60 seconds with big exciting news of what happened with 4 stimulus today, minutes ago. Your head is going to shake. And then I'm going to go over 5th stimulus. All that incredible big news is coming back in 60 seconds. Stay with me for more. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. It's a big morning on Mornings LALATE. I'm really excited you're here because I have big updates about your 4th stimulus check still coming up in this recording. This is LALATE. From Wall Street to Main Street, all your major financial news, your 4th stimulus check update, and 5th stimulus are still coming up in this recording. So make sure you subscribe. I want you part of this family. Also, like this video with the queen of the likes, Sandy, in the room, and get those likes up, 3,000 likes. Make sure you like every video as soon as you get in there. It helps in the algorithm rankings. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. Let's get to the breaking news about forced stimulus. Minutes ago, a major developing detail came out. And what you need to understand is that when we talk about forced stimulus, there are stimulus items like FPUC, and then there's other stimulus items like the stimulus checks. We just went over the stimulus checks. Well, guess what's happening? Stimulus other items like FPUC are under fire. I told you last week that FPUC, which is the $300 that goes on top of your UI and PUA, could be in jeopardy. Why? Because all the red states where the governors are Republican are expected to end FPUC 2 to 3 months earlier than when it's expiring in September, on the heels of Friday's jobs numbers. Now we have 2 other numbers that came out today. And they also show that certain types of stimulus items may not survive, like eviction moratorium and mortgage forbearance, but they actually have no impact directly on your stimulus checks. Let me go over the breaking details minutes ago. The PPI number came in, the Producer Price Index. You've heard it on this channel before. It's once a month. I've detailed it before, and guess what? This number was shocking. I'm flabbergasted by the number. It was expected to come in at 3.8%. It came in at 6.2%. What is it? It's an inflation number. It sees how much items of goods go up. And guess what? The price of food, energy, and trade services rose, rising this number to its highest jump since reporting started by the Department of Labor. They have never seen a jump of this magnitude since 2010. And this comes on the heels of yesterday's number, which is why Wall Street crashed yesterday. The CPI, which is the brother and sister of the PPI, came into 4.2, blowing out estimates of 3.6%, the highest growth since 2019. What does this mean for you? It means nothing specifically about stimulus checks, but means a lot for stimulus items. I want you to know that there are other stimulus items out there like FPUC that could become major casualties right away. But the great news is the president has absolutely been pushing for the remainder of the forced stimulus package, which includes the stimulus checks, incredibly across the board. Friday, Monday, and yesterday, no less than 4 to 5 press conferences saying, get it done, get it done. Who is he speaking to? He's speaking to the Democratic leadership to do the 2-bill, 2-month, 2-step process and get it finished across the board. The other incredible great news came in a press conference this week that was buried, in which he talked about 3 magic words. Those 3 magic words that no one had expected to be heard were this: the corporate tax rate. The corporate tax rate, the president came out and said, deal. This is incredible great news. The only divisive potential issue among Democrats doing the 2-step, 2-bill, 2-month process was the corporate tax rate. It's currently at 21%. The president had proposed 28 to 29% in his forced stimulus package, and the moderate Democrats said, meet us halfway, and he did. He made a deal. So now we have the incredible push for forced stimulus. And with that, let me go into the incredible push also for the fifth stimulus, which the president has been saying all this week, get it done. So fifth stimulus is that incredible relief that adds in that SSI and SSDI reform. Like forced stimulus, it will be an add-on. Let's go over all the details for you right now and how it works and how much money you will get. First, they'll increase the benefit limits. Then they'll remove the asset limit where it is now. They'll add an inflationary benchmark. They'll remove the income exclusion, and they'll remove the marriage penalty. All right, what is the fifth stimulus? The fifth stimulus package is a September stimulus package. Just like the fourth, which is underway now and is done in July, the fifth stimulus is in the fall and ends around November. You would see the impact in your pocketbook in November, a 2-bill, 2-month, 2-step process as well. And so first, they would raise your benefits up to a big new number. This would be a game changer, a life changer. And who is this for? It's for you. Who? SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, survivor benefits, SSA. Remember, I'm a reporter. I just report what they represent. I'm not writing the legislation. That's what they represent. Then they're going to tie you and not you, but tie your benefits to inflation. You just saw that incredible PPI and CPI numbers where you saw inflation was going up 6%. Yesterday I was talking about 2.5%. You don't have to worry, because if if inflation does go to 6%, your benefits will go up 6%. That's what tying to inflation is such incredible great news for you. Then they're going to get rid of a 1980s law that says you can't stay on benefits and have more than $3,000 in the bank account. For some of you, it'll go away. And next, they're going to remove and get rid of a 1960s law, the income exclusion, that says you can't stay on benefits and bring home any money if you want to work. You don't have to work. But this will be thrown away, this law. So if you want to go work and make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month, you can, and stay on benefits. And finally, the big one, the marriage penalty. The marriage penalty, if you're currently suffering from it, will go away. And if you want to get married, you'll never have to worry about the marriage penalty. Love will conquer. You'll be able to marry your lifetime partner who you maybe have not married because of the marriage penalty. The marriage penalty will go away. So when will you see this benefits impact your bank account? Around November. Again, a 2-bill, 2 months, 2-step process starting in September. But now let's go back to forced stimulus. And if you're in the live chat shortly before 10 o'clock on the West Coast, it was about 1 o'clock on the East Coast, let's go over why forced stimulus checks have a different approach if you're looking at the Senate versus the House. And I'm also going to go over why some viewers like one over the other. The differences is clearly 2 prongs. First, the duration, and second, the amount. The concept of the House plan is to provide less stimulus, but over a longer duration, so you stay on benefits for a longer time. You don't have to worry about the midterm elections, because the midterm elections, those elected officials will not be sworn in at any time soon enough to invalidate any House rule, if the House rule is the one that becomes the law. So the concept is to give you less checks per month, but a larger amount progressively over time, collectively or cumulatively over time. The Senate approach, in turn, is dramatically different. Its mindset is to pay you more money over a shorter duration, a faster cash infusion. The concept is to get you caught up on bills, that you don't want to carry any more debt. They want to get your debt washed away, get you caught up on your bills across the board, and get that money so that you're put back to whole, or close to being put back to whole, as soon as possible. Remember, this is money for a single individual. So if you're a married couple, you double this forced stimulus check amount. Household 4 or less, you quadruple this amount. And if you're an adult dependent or a minor dependent, same amount of stimulus check for you as well. So if you're on the live chat right now, which one do you like? Senate or House? Senate or House? Drop in the comments. Some people like the Senate because of the faster cash infusion. Some of them people like the House because of its cash infusion. But what happened also minutes ago? Well, one of the major investors on Wall Street spoke to Broadcast News, and he had comments about stimulus. Let's hear what his comments were. Global investor Barry Steinlerk spoke minutes ago and spoke about what Jerome Powell, what Joe Biden, and what Janet Yellen are doing with the economy. He says, I do think the Fed interest rates are being suppressed by the government. We have to get off of this sugarcane and fluffer nutter economy and get back to the meat and potatoes economy. We have to get back to a sustainable economy and coming back to work. You're really seeing him. Then he talked about that the issue is that the president sent out stimulus but did not fix the trade imbalance with China. So you're seeing unbelievable shortages in the U.S. economy, from everything from curtain wall to couches. And everyone's ordering things from Pottery Barn that they can't get for 6 months because they're coming from China. So what do? We wrote a giant stimulus package, and now we're shopping and buying everything from China. We're not going to fix the long-term issue. Then as to the housing market, he says is unsustainable, euphoric increase in prices. He says it's going to have to come down. He's now the Starwood Capital Group CEO. Meantime, here minutes last night, we learned in California that June 15th, the mask mandate will be lifted. So if you're in California, you will not be required to wear a mask indoors or outdoors starting on June 15th. And this is as news is circulating, which you heard earlier in this recording, where people are talking about why FPUC needs to be lifted in certain states. Amazon hired 500,000 people in 2020 last year, and today announced that they are hiring 75,000 more people right now. and they're paying them $17 to $20 an hour starting wages, and your operations will be warehouse and delivery services. You will not be required to vaccinate, but they will give you even a bonus to sign up to become an employee and an additional bonus if you are vaccinated. So now you see why job employers are really ramping up with incredible job opportunities across the board. That is ultimately going to be a major issue for the other stimulus items, like eviction moratorium, like mortgage forbearance, and like FPUC, which I've been reporting to you are likely to go away and not be renewed in September, or be removed even earlier. But for now, the great news is that 4 stimulus checks remain center and focus heading to the finish line. In this recording, we went over the 4 stimulus checks, the monthly stimulus checks, how much you would get comparing the House to Senate plan. You voted in the live chat, House to Senate. We went over 5th stimulus, the incredible raising of benefits for SSI and SSDI reform. And in the middle of the video, we went over donut moments where automatic checks are coming to you, and tough love moments with an IRS deadline for your federal tax return due Monday, that ultimately, if you don't do these things coming due Monday, you're not going to get them ever. And so with that tough love, I'm so excited you watched me today. If you have questions or comments, drop in the comments below, and I'll see you next on Noontime LALATE. That's at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Meantime, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video, 3,000 likes, and if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused. I'll see you at noontime, and stay with LA for more.